Sakurai just wrapped up his Kirby Air Rider's Nintendo Direct, and it showed a lot with the new game coming in November. But with that said, he ended the show with something rather weird. Take a look. Now, this ending scene has a lot of people online speculating. Is this some type of additional mode? Who is this character and what does this mean? Why did Sakurai leave us with this cliffhanger? And there's a lot of questions, but I'm thinking that I might be able to answer at least some of them for now. And I think this cliffhanger might be something a lot bigger than what we were previously thinking. But first, I want to give a huge thanks to ASUS for shooting me over their brand new ROG Strix OLED gaming monitor. If you're an ultra competitive or even a casual gamer, this thing is genuinely the best monitor I have ever seen in my entire life, and I am not joking. To be completely transparent, I've gone through about 10 monitors, including one that I recently bought about a year ago that I thought to be the best, but this is absolutely the best monitor I have ever owned. It genuinely has everything that you could possibly need as a pro or casual gamer. It has a whopping 27-inch 4K QD OLED screen. Running HDR mode with Nintendo Switch 2 truly makes the colors pop on this thing. Not only does it look good, but it feels incredible with a 0.03 millisecond response time. It also comes with OLED anti-flicker 2.0 technology, and it comes with a new built-in OLED Care Pro function, which includes a new feature called Neo Proximity Sensor. It transitions the display to a black image whenever you need to step away, reducing your risk of burn-in every time you step away from your game. But even with this new feature, they have a 3-year warranty that covers all OLED burn-in. It comes with an awesome stand base where you can swivel the screen around, raise it, lower it, and it even comes with a Visa mount adapter if you want to attach it to an arm. The stand also comes with a built-in tripod socket at the very top, which is great for mounting a webcam, camera, or even extra lighting. And outside of the new OLED settings, there's tons of new image quality and game settings that you can mess around with. And trust me when I say the first thing I noticed was the brightness. I hate monitors that don't get very bright. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to getting a new monitor, and I am proud to say that this thing gets pretty daggone bright, and it keeps its beautiful saturated colors as well. Even with my beautiful 4K OLED screen option that I'm using, it still has a refresh rate of 240 Hz. Once again, not only is it going to be looking beautiful, but it's going to be running your games beautifully as well. If you want to get your hands on the brand new ROG Strix OLED monitor for your brand new Switch 2 or any other gaming console, make sure you just click the link in the description down below, and huge thanks to ASUS for shooting me over one of their brand new 4K monitors. So first things first, we need to figure out who exactly this is. This creature drops down in this black goo-like ball that rolls and starts to animate into an actual character that's riding on top of a wheelie bike. Now immediately right away, my mind went straight to dark matter. Dark matter normally takes various different forms, all forming from a black, dark, shadowy goop. His first debut was Kirby Dream Land 2, where he was this floating gooey eyeball, where he actually had different forms like a swordsman, or a bigger, more disgusting looking eyeball from Kirby's Dream Land 3. He would also appear in various different games and spin-offs as well as a guest boss battle or character, and he pretty much had the same look and appearance every single time, either being a floating eyeball or having his swordsman form. A lot of people also look at him as one of the main primary antagonists for the Kirby franchise, where he seems to always come back in some sort of form, whether it be through another boss battle as if he's like an ancient evil, almost Ganon-like entity in the Kirby lore. Now this new character has a very similar appearance to Dark Matter, specifically the black around him and the hair. He has the same deep black spiky hair that the swordsman form of Dark Matter has. However, it's where we look at the face that seems to be different. When looking at this up close, it very much resembles King Dedede. It's pretty much him without his hat and with new gear around him. He still has this slanted angry eye. He also has his beak covered by a wrap, and you can tell that it looks like a beak or something that's extruding is coming out from where his mouth is, and the crown piece around where his hat would be is no longer smooth and rounded out, it's more jagged and pointy. You can even see his gloves, which now has these yellow vertical lines on them, and his coat is now exchanged for more of a rugged, ripped biker jacket. And freaky enough, also has two giant exhaust pipe sticking out of one side of his face, covering his second eye. Another reason I believe this is King Dedede because he's once again riding a wheelie bike, which was King Dedede's vehicle of choice in the original Kirby Air Ride. In fact, there's even a city trial event at the end that actually has you fighting King Dedede, which is just a giant King Dedede racer moving slowly around the stage, and you had to just pretty much beat him into a pulp, where he would also ride around on wheelie. So yes, I do think this is in fact some dark version of King Dedede. Now, is it made and created by dark matter? I think that's also a pretty good possibility thanks to the hair alone. I actually wouldn't be surprised either if Sakurai instead had this be the work of Nightmare, which was the original first main antagonist of the Kirby series. Now it seems like Sakurai is opening up and adding more modern Kirby stuff like characters like Suzy and Magalore as well, but we know that Sakurai likes to pull from games that he's worked on. So it would make a lot of sense considering the fact that he's worked on Kirby's Dream Land and also Kirby Nightmare in Dream Land, which also brought back Nightmare. So I don't know, I could kind of feel like he would take Nightmare and use him as like a main antagonist for this game. I mean, Nightmare is also possible of conjuring up creatures, as he conjures up King D Mine in Super Kirby Clash. So why couldn't he do the exact same thing in this brand new Kirby Air Riders game, where he conjures up some type of evil dark clone of King Dedede, and maybe he does so with other characters as well. I mean, even his black tornado void that moves beneath him in the games actually looks very similar to what we've seen in the trailer, when the creature starts to form. Now, the question is, what's the point of this King Dedede Nightmare dark matter hybrid creature? Well, is it just a playable character, some type of additional character for this game, or original character? I think it's more than that, because why would Sakurai tease such a minor thing like a new character and even make a whole dedicated cutscene for the character? I mean, this whole cutscene is almost like a Smash Ultimate character reveal to some extent. In fact, we can even see in the copyrights at the end of the direct that the Smash Ultimate team had some work in this game, which is probably due to the cutscenes, considering the fact that a lot of the assets and even the background and environment here was used in a lot of the Smash reveals. But yeah, I'm not falling for this just being a random character, because I feel like it means something else. Some things I noticed is that we don't have many modes in this game. We only have normal air ride racing mode, and we have city trial, where the first game also had top ride. So it's very confusing to me what this third mode could be. There has to be something else, and even Sakurai stated himself that there's still a lot that he cannot share at this moment. And we know even with Smash Ultimate, Sakurai likes to hide certain things. You see how long he hid World of Light? We didn't know anything about it, and if there was even going to be any other mode outside of the main mode of just fighting each other. I definitely don't think he's hiding something as small as top ride. That just doesn't make much sense to me, considering the fact that also most people didn't like this mode and don't care that it's not returning. I actually did find it to be kind of fun, so yeah, I think I'm on the minority here. But if top ride's not returning, then what is the third mode to be added? Well, some people have noticed this portion of the Nintendo Direct, which showed lessons, and I guess you can go into these and learn lessons and complete each of them like little missions. You have basic, city trial, advanced, copy abilities, and then there's one section that's just completely empty with nothing in it. Now, there's a very good chance that this could just be something small, like maybe a trophy mode or something along the lines. I mean, after all, we did see in the profile pic for the official Twitter accounts for Kirby Air Riders, there seems to be a little trophy of Kirby, which we still have not gotten any information on. So what is this little trophy for? Are they collectible figures? Well, how do we even get them in the first place? Well, something else I noticed is that when Sakurai wins his city trial game, there's a currency. There's one with an M, and it has 1,299 labeled beside it, and one with a star. So it makes me wonder what we can do with this currency in the first place. Is there going to be like a shop or something very similar to the Smash Brothers games where we can buy certain things with our currency, like trophies and stuff, or stickers, whatever Sakurai wants to do this time around? Or is there a secret bigger mode that we don't know about? Now, I know it sounds like I may have lost a plot here, but just hang on for a second. What if this isn't a playable character that Sakurai was teasing, but rather maybe a main antagonist, a boss battle of some sorts that's tied to, yes, a story mode? I mean, it definitely gave me similar vibes to the beginning of World of Light, so it makes me wonder, could we actually be getting a story mode to this game? Now, I want to go into this in deep detail in a separate video because there's so much to talk about with this concept, and I don't even know what a story mode could look like in Kirby Air Ride, like a racing game. What could they possibly do? At least with Smash Brothers, it was just 2D fights in Ultimate, and in Smash Brothers Brawl, obviously we had an entire Subspace Emissary 2D platforming fighter game, so there's so much they could actually do with this. but maybe it's not even a story mode, but rather some sort of boss battle mode. For instance, so far we've seen 2 types of boss battles actually appear on the city trial map. We see the return of Dynablade once again, coming back from the first game, and we also have Krakow as another boss battle. So what if there's a bunch more? And I don't really know what form this story mode could take. Is it just going to be a bunch of races followed by a little cutscene and then a boss battle? Just kind of like Mario Kart Cups, but each one's ended with a boss battle and a cutscene? Are there even going to be cutscenes at all? Is there going to be an actual story to this thing that Sakurai developed? Who actually knows? All I'm saying is this has to be a lot bigger than just a character. It really feels like it, at least. So I'm hoping Sakurai is actually cooking up an additional mode, because we're kind of light on modes right now, and I'm sure there's a lot more for us to find out, as the game's not even coming out until a couple of months in November. But now I ask you guys, who is this secret new character, and what do you think is going on here? Is this just a new playable character? Is this some type of evil villain for a story mode, or maybe cutscenes in this game? Are we just going to have a boss battle mode? What is going on? Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and also comment your opinions and theories down below. And like always, I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.